Hey guys, and welcome to Armchair Conversations with Rob. Today I want to talk a little bit about things that have to do with the self-fulfilling prophecy type of statements that we make to ourselves that actually manifest. We were talking about with a friend of mine the things that we say to ourselves and how we talk to ourselves and how that influences what we receive actually and how we create our very lives. And one of the things that we were talking about was the fact that in the self-fulfilling prophecy type of philosophies, basically you get what you think about each day, what you believe, how it expands, and even can cause you to take actions that'll put you in a place that is specifically matching what you said. So, like for example, you talk about uh, how you speak to yourself in a negative way, saying that you're not good enough or that you don't have this or that you can't do that. And then you're surprised when you find that you actually cannot do it. Um, the more you tell yourself that you can't do something, your brain will not let you be a liar if it can help it to your own self. So it will conspire with you, or at least with what you said, to do exactly what you're saying. Because the self-conscious is, and subconscious is not, it doesn't discern, it's literal. So if you tell yourself that you are stupid, if you tell yourself that you are not good enough, if you're too tall, you're too short, you can't lose weight, you can't gain muscle, whatever you tell yourself, you're exactly going to manifest that in some way, shape, or form. It may not happen right away, like immediately, like you don't tell yourself you're stupid and suddenly lose all your brain function. But you do tell yourself these things over time, and we say it offhandedly and flippantly and don't even think about the ramifications long term of what we are doing. So, you tell yourself, oh man, I'm so stupid. And okay, you don't lose it all right then, but over time of saying this, and it becomes a habit pattern that's normal, whenever you make a basic mistake that is just human beings being imperfect, then you begin to develop things that cause you to actually become less intelligent. Okay? I'll give you another one. Think about people that you dislike, that maybe they're a little bit overconfident, a little cocky, a little arrogant. Ever notice what they say to themselves and how they talk to you about themselves? Take a hard look at that, because that person thinks that of themselves, and guess what happens? It actually manifests because their subconscious says, okay, I'm going to do some things, make some moves, trick you in some places to get you exactly where you say that you are. So when you tell yourself that you are not good enough, you will actually begin to subconsciously do behaviors, feeling a certain way, moving a certain way, and actually become that. Because I'm a definite believer in psychology and physiology having an interactive purpose to create in your world. It's just like if you're talking about someone who is proud of themselves, they're going to sit a certain way. They're going to talk in a certain way that lets you know that they're proud of their accomplishments. Even a person who's seeking like approval is going to speak in a way that gives you the opportunity to reaffirm what they already believe about themselves, which is that they're proud of their accomplishment or that they feel worthy or useful in some way. And so I was watching a movie the other day. It's called The Moses Code, and it was talking about um, this type of philosophies, the self-fulfilling prophecies, but it talked about it from the standpoint of the subconscious being programmed by what you say to yourself. And they were particularly talking about a passage from the Bible about Moses. And Moses was, of course, recruited by God to go into Egypt and tell Pharaoh to free the people and lead them out of Egypt. And Moses gave just about anything and everything as an excuse that he couldn't do it. Lord, I don't have the experience. I don't know the land. I was one of them. I can't speak very well. How am I going to do? I can't do this. And one by one, God sort of gently puts down those objections, and then finally it gets to a point where He's like, "Well, who do I say sent me?" And the answer came back, "I am that I am." Well, there's a whole nother lesson topic in it, just in the semantics of the way it's spoken there, meaning that I have always been, always was, always will be. I am that I am. But what I want to deal with this time has more to do with changing the syntax of that to program our brains. And it was a suggestion made by that movie that I very much think would be worth your time to try. So, tune in for the next section, and I will tell you all about it. Hey guys, and welcome to Armchair Conversation.